The
Hey
person
guys,
getting
welcome back to ATZ TV. Thank you for stopping by for another podcast video, and we are back with another podcast. And this is a big podcast because this is a two-part podcast, and we are going to discuss each team's winter transfer window and discuss each signing and each player they have sold or sent on loan this season. So if you have not checked the Mumbai City one already, it's not a podcast, it's a normal video. I would suggest you to check that. In today's video, we will be discussing about 5 teams transfers, that is ATK Mohun Bagan, Northeast United, FC Goa, Hyderabad FC and Jamshedpur FC. So these 5 clubs and the remaining 5 clubs will be discussed in tomorrow's podcast. So do subscribe for that and stay tuned. If you want to be a part of my podcast team, do contact me on Twitter, Instagram, links in the description below. Now today I have Avi and Rohan with us for today's podcast. So, guys, welcome to our today's podcast.
Thank you. Hey
bro.
guys, I'm back.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, so we'll directly, without wasting time, go. So, first, we will talk about Northeast United because Northeast United have been doing a lot of deals. So, Rohan, now Northeast have signed
Yep.
7 players. Okay, most
Yes.
notably will be, of course, their foreign signings, which is
Yeah.
Zakaria, Diallo, Marcelino, and Marco. So, how do you feel about these signings?
Yes, I mean it's really big for Northeast United because they have a lot of injured players. They have a lot of players who have gone out for international duties. Like Casa Kamara has gone out to play the Afcon Cup, so he's out for the season, and his replacement is most probably going to be Zakaria Diallo for a short-term deal. Zakaria is a 35-year-old who comes from Al Shabab, so I think it is working out fine for them. Yesterday, Zakaria was completely fine. I think even though they conceded 5 goals, which is a big number, of course, but I think he was quite decent. And secondly, coming up to the replacement of Gallego, it's Marco Shahanek. So I've seen some of Shahanek's videos. He's a quite creative player who has similar traits to Federico Gallego. So he can make a lot of through balls. He can go for goals as well. His stats are pretty impressive for a player like him, and he's Austrian, of course. And yeah, I think that's pretty much a good deal. And third, it's another foreign signing who is Marcelinho. Of course, we all know Marcelinho. Of course, you should be knowing Marcelinho if you're an ISL fan. He's a legend, and yeah, from Rajasthan United, he's coming to Northeast United on loan. So he's pretty much going to go back, but he's coming on loan, and he has been quite impressive the last 2 games for Northeast United, creating a lot of chances and doing some good work in the middle of the park. So, and going out to the out transfers of Northeast United, they have released Matthews Correa, who hasn't been happy with the club. They've released Correa, of course, and Casa Camara, who's gone out for international duties, and Federico Gallego, who's injured and out for the season. So that's pretty much Northeast United summed up.
Yeah, a very interesting one because I think apart from East Bengal, they are the other team who have like signed many new foreign
Yeah.
signings. But also talking about the Indian talent that they have got 3 Indian players. One is Manvir Singh, not from ATK Mohun Bagan, from Sudeva Delhi.
Yeah, he's a different one.
Yes,
Yes.
Mehdi, Pragyan Mehdi from again Indian Avos, a team that boosts one of the
Yeah.
best youth players from in Indian football, and one is Gani Nigam. Okay, again a left winger. He's also signed. So, do
Yes.
you think they are planning for the future with some young signings?
Yes, of course, because they gone for players from Sudeva Delhi, from Indian Arrows, who produce a lot of talents. We know how much talents Indian Arrows produce every season. So coming up to Manveer Singh, he was signed before the winter transfer. Actually, I could see him before getting some game time as well under Khalid Jamil and his men. So he's basically a right midfielder who plays a centre forward as well. A quite versatile player, you can say, who has good crossing abilities, who has quite good finishing as well. So I think this man will be given a long-term contract. He'll stay with the club and he can improve there. And coming up to the other one, Pragyan Mehdi as well. He's a young 18-year-old talent as well, coming up from Indian Arrows. It would be good to see all these youngsters get a lot of game time and to get long-term contracts as well. Because we've seen Khalid Jamil, he loves to play youngsters, and yeah, it'll be a good asset for Northeast United.
Yes. So also so that we don't forget everyone, if for those Northeast fans who will want us to include, Ponif was right back for Northeast United has joined Real Kashmir So do know that too, guys. So we'll go to ATK Mohun Bagan now
Yeah.
because they have done some good Indian signings. So Avi, what do you feel? Sandesh Jigan back in ISL.
See, Sandesh Jhingan coming back to ISL and most probably to ATK Mohun Bagan is a big boost to the team because we know we have ATK Mohun Bagan has really been trouble with their defense. They have been leaking goals. Not they are not solid as they were in the previous year under Havas because they lost the likes of Sandesh Jhingan and TD was not fit during the first half of the season. Though TD is back, we have been still leaking goals and nobody capable has been replaced up who can step up to the position of Jhingan. But with Jhingan back, I think he is one of the great transfer. Most probably it's a free transfer. So Chingan coming back to Mohun Bagan is a very very good deal for me for I think for many of the experts also. But he as he was also not getting much time to play in HNK 7, so he didn't play a single match. So I think he lost some confidence. So he came back on a free transfer, and I think though he may not be fully fit, but I think he will be a great barrier, a great defense, a great wall he has been, and he will lead the club to glory for more and more.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Subrata Paul. Okay, he's come on loan, of course, because Aminder has not been so good. So, what do you think Subrata Paul has to offer for ATK Mohun Bagan?
You see, Subrata Ball coming to ATK Mohun Bagan is more like they wanted to have somebody who can act as backup. You see, Avilash Pal, who used to be the second goalkeeper or second choice goalkeeper of ATK Mohun Bagan, is out due to injury for the whole season. So they don't have a second choice goalkeeper. The third choice goalkeepers are Sheikh, but he too is not properly fit to play a full 90 minutes match, and he has not played many matches in the past 3 years. So they wanted someone with experience who could guide them through victory and keep the last line of defense strong. So coming up with Subrato Pali is one of the wise choices because that not only guide him, also he could be a mentor to Amrinder because Amrinder has been leaking so many goals this year, and to be true, he has been leaking silly goals, not difficult goals this year. I think he has lost some confidence, and though he had a muscle injury and calf injury, I think Subratapal coming in will give not only give him competition but also boost him because Subratapal has been playing in for the Indian squad for many years. He has a lot of experience, and he could guide Amrinder in his difficult moment to be the best goalkeeper he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so also for the ATK fans who want to know the other deals, so the two minor deals, they ATK did sign Ali Molla from Mohammedan on a free transfer and also sent one of their 19-year-olds, Vicky John, to Rajasthan United on a loan transfer. Now, before I can go to the next club, just again to Avi, do you feel Rajasthan United are actually doing some big signings because they have got quite a lot of players from ISL and some notable foreign players? So, just like a small comment on them.
You see, Rajasthan United is pretty up packing a huge or large squad. Ricky Shabong going from Mohun Bagan to Rajasthan, I think it was not of a shocker because Mohun Bagan had a lot of players, so Ricky Shabong did not have time, and I think Juan knows he needs those players and he needs to know when he does not need. So Ricky Shabang going to Rajasthan was a very good deal to me, and Rajasthan United this year is packing up. And though they have let some, though Marcelino left them for Odisha FC, but they have been recruiting some good talents from not only ATK Mohun Bagan. I think they have recruited several talents from other clubs also. So I think Rajasthan United are doing pretty good, and I think so that if they get chance, they may be playing ISL very soon. You don't know anything about them. They may be soon playing ISL.
Thank you very much for that. Rohan, let's talk about FC Goa. They have
Yep.
signed only one player, but a huge deal, of course. Anwar Ali
Yes.
joined FC Goa from Delhi after an amazing Durand Cup performance on, I think, 1.5 season loan. So what do you feel? And of course, he did get a man of the match, according to me sources. That first game, first man of the match. So what do you feel?
Yes.
A huge impact for FC Goa's defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can see FC Goa has been leaking a lot of goals before. Even now they are leaking, but with the transfer of Anwar Ali into the team, it has been quite solid because Anwar Ali linking up with players like Certain Fernandez, with players like Ivan Doling, and as well as Ivan Gonzalez, of course. So it's a pretty big transfer, and there's a funny story behind it because Anwar Ali, even though he's been announced in the winter transfer, he has been training with FC Goa since 4 5 months, if I'm not wrong, since the Durand Cup got over. So yeah, he has been training, he has been fit, even though he hasn't been playing for a while. And his first game against Kerala Blasters, if I'm not wrong, he's won the man of the match. It's a pretty big deal for FC Goa, of course.
Yeah. So Radim, also another player of FC Goa, did join Odisha on loan. For those who want
Yes.
to know. So I think it's just because of game time issues. I believe he has changed his club.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and also there are three other players who have joined the B team of FC Goa back again. Basically, these were from the grassroots development, which Goa had done and signed some players. So of course, not all of them did perform well, and three of them have gone back to the B team. But they do
Yes.
have a good future for them ahead. So that's not a big deal. Now let's go to Hyderabad FC. Avi, so Hyderabad did only one signing, okay? That is Setya Sen Singh, who joined from Kerala Blasters to Hyderabad on a loan deal. What are your thoughts on this deal?
See, Hyderabad are the table toppers. They are right now leading the ISL with the most number of points and most number of goals too. I think Singh joining Hyderabad FC from Kerala Blasters is not a vital deal, but a deal to increase the squad depth of Hyderabad. Hyderabad has very well-round, a good attack, a good defense, a good youth, and with good experience. They are a well-round. They are almost a perfect team playing in ISL. I think this deal from Kerala Blasters to Hyderabad is just Manolo Marquez strengthening our depth, strengthening his depth of the squad, and you never know when he's going to is going getting chance to play. So it's like more of a squad depthening deal, not a more of a serious deal. I don't think Satyam Singh is going to play every match, or he not going to get several chances. And moreover, it's a loan transfer, so I think Manolo does not see him as a futures as a great or as a future for Hyderabad. So I think it's more of a squad depth, not more a serious deal.
Yeah, so we already talked about Subrata Paul also, so I won't tell you to repeat anything about that. The other player that has left Hyderabad also is Abhishek Holder, okay, according to transfer market, who has gone to Mohammedan. Of course, this deal also should be mostly for him to get game time, but it's not confirmed if he's on a loan deal or a permanent transfer. Of course, by transfer market itself. So, assume this is a permanent transfer. What do you feel?
I think going to Mohammedan will be a right choice for him because I don't think will get any chance in Hyderabad at this moment because they have the likes of Edu Garcia, Severio, like Hitesh Sharma. I think that midfield looks very dangerous and very very solid. I don't think a player like Abhishek could crack that midfield and get his position. So it is very good for him to go a place where he could at least play, at least have a game time. And I think in Hyderabad FC that's not going to happen with such a great midfield and such great players playing in that position. So I think it's a good deal for him if he goes on permanent or if loan. That does not matter to me. Abhishek Haldar playing more games, that is the main important topic, and I think Hyderabad is not going to miss him because they have a solid midfield, and that's more like it.
Yeah, thank you upon that. Now, of course, we'll now start talking about the last team in our discussion, and that is Jamshedpur FC. So, Rohan, Daniel Chimachuko, I think I pronounced it wrong, but
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
yeah, he left SC East Bengal to join Jamshedpur. And what he couldn't do at East Bengal, he did at Jamshedpur. He scored a goal for them, giving them the 3 points against FC Goa. Now, when this deal happened, many people had a question why Jamshedpur are doing this, because they were linked with Ferran Koro that time. So, do you
Yeah.
think Jamshedpur have done a good deal, or they should have maybe gone for someone else?
No, no, I think it's very smart from Jamshedpur management because if you see, they have players like Greg Stewart who can feed the ball, who can pass the ball, who's very creative, and if you rope in someone like Daniel Chimachuko, he's a strong player. Who has really good physique as well. So when you give him balls like that, he's gonna run up to it. He's gonna shield the ball. He's gonna give it back to you, and he's gonna be a shielder over there because we've seen him. He has a lot of body strength as well. And I see his Bengal. The only thing which he lacked over there was he wasn't getting much of the ball, and even when he got, he messed up a lot of times because he didn't suit for the gameplay. And Owen Coyle thought he was the perfect man for his squad, and signing him was a good deal if you ask me. Because the last game he has been pretty impressive. He has been winning a lot of balls, winning a lot of duels with the defenders as well, and of course he scored a goal as well, which was good, and with 3 shots on target if I'm not wrong. So it is a good signing for them. They were linked to Koro, of course, but Koro is 37. You really can't trust a player that old. Of course, Obeche is an exception, but yeah, and Daniel Chimachuku, who's 30 years old, Nigerian as well. It's a good signing for me.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure about this, but I doubt Kuro is actually 39.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Not 37, 39.
Yeah, yeah, he's that was one question I had, because when
Yeah,
Mumbai City had a chance to sign him when he was a free agent, we didn't sign, stating from sources stated that because of his age. But of course, Okweche
yeah.
and Angulo are showing that age is not a issue. So now, before I end up this video, we need to talk about this deal, and that is the reason why Chima joined Jamshedpur, and that was Valkis joining Chennaiyan. Okay, on a free
Yes.
transfer, of course. Was this a shock deal, or was this like expected?
Absolutely shocking, if you ask me. I've never expected Nereus Vaxis to leave. I'm sorry if I pronounce his name wrong. To leave Jamshedpur FC and to leave Owen Coyle, of course, because he has been the perfect player under Owen Coyle and Chennai FC before. And Owen Coyle signed for Jamshedpur FC, and even Vaxis followed him there. And I thought he was the perfect player for his team. And I really don't know what happened, and he left. And in an interview, of course, Vasquez even mentioned that he didn't like the style of play of Jamshedpur FC, and plus, when another question was asked, who's more closer to your heart, Owen Coyle or Chennai FC? He straight away said Chennai FC without any hesitation. So you can say he is quite loyal to Chennai FC, and that club is still in his heart. It was quite shocking as well, but it's a good homecoming deal. And right now, looking at Vasquez and Chennai, I'm not impressed by him because Chennai wanted an attacking midfielder, but they got a centre forward, and he hasn't been so impressive as well.
Yes, and talking about the last deal, apart from, before we talk about that, again for the Jamshedpur fans, Neeraj Kumar did join Real Kashmir on a loan deal till the end of the season. Of course, for game time, I'm not going to even elaborate why he's joining. But
Yeah.
let us talk about Karan Amin, who has joined Odisha FC. I don't know. It's not confirmed by transfer market, but I think it's a loan deal. So of course we'll discuss about Odisha in a different video. But do you think this is a big deal for Odisha?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much of a good player Karan Amin is, but looks like he has got some pretty good experience with Jamshedpur SC for 2 years, 4 years to be precise. So the season he